Constructive criticism, I like it, man, because I'm an open-minded dude. I like constructive criticism. People who are hypocrites, who are fucking stupid fucking pieces of shit asshole motherfuckers, who don't understand what constructive criticism is, they just like to ridicule shit all the time. But they ain't got shit going for themselves. They ain't really doing anything. And they're just talking shit at the same time. And they're talking shit. Like they ain't got nothing fucking real going on, right? And then they want to question the validity of what the validity of what it is that you're fucking doing. And they don't have anything fucking for real going on, you know, because they're just fucking posers. You know what I mean? They're just posers, man. They're just posing. They're just pretending like they're on some status, like they got something going on, but they ain't got shit. Not for real, you know. They ain't got nothing fucking for real going on, man. They ain't making any money on the internet. You know why? Because they always talk about they're gonna do fucking projects that are never for real. They never fucking come to fruition. They never pan out. They're just not fucking for real. Like the shit they talk about just isn't motherfucking for real. Like don't tell me how the fuck to do my shit, dude. I'm already doing my motherfucking shit. Yeah, that's cool. I like constructive criticism. You want to ridicule me, dude? Fuck you, bitch. You want to ridicule me, motherfucker? Man, fuck you. Fuck you, punk. Okay? I love constructive criticism. Okay? People who ridicule, that's not constructive criticism. They're just some motherfucking punks. Yeah. There's some punks with some egos, man, and they think that they're doing something. And it's funny because when you show them the mirror, 48 laws of power, when you show them the mirror, they realize they've never been talking about anything that's valid or legitimate. They've been talking a lot, like they like to talk because it strokes their ego and it makes them feel like what they're saying is for real. Then you show them the mirror and they realize that they've been lying to themselves the whole time. And then they feel this tiny, like this small, like a little like smaller than an ant. They're just like, oh shit, you mean everything that I've been, yep. It's like, yep, everything you've been saying, dude, the whole time is not fucking for real. Your stories aren't real, dude, and your narratives aren't fucking real. They're made up in your own fucking brain, in your own mind. Yeah, I know you say them so many times that you start to think that they're real, like when Hitler brainwashed people in society. It's the same thing. You're so fucking stupid, dude, and you talk shit so much pathologically that you actually started to believe that the shit that you're talking about is fucking for real. I do shit, man, by myself. I do shit by myself and I make money doing it. You know what I mean? I don't need to be told how to do my shit. I'm already doing it versus motherfuckers who ain't doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm already doing it. I've already accomplished it. I've already achieved it. I don't need for a nigga to tell me how to fucking run my shit, how to do my shit, because that nigga ain't doing nothing like I'm doing. I already know how to do it. So stop pretending like you need to fucking tell me some shit that I already know I'm already doing. You ain't fucking doing what I'm doing. I already know the secret, man. I already figured it out. I've already applied it. You fucking haven't. You have no place to tell me what the fuck you think I should be fucking doing. Fuck you, man. Straight up, fuck you, ego. Fuck you, punk. You ain't doing the fucking shit I'm doing, man. Stop pretending like you're doing the shit that I'm doing, motherfucker. That goes for any fucking buddy. Any fucking buddy on this planet. Yeah. I don't need to be fucking instructed, man. I don't need to be fucking told any motherfucking thing about how to do some shit in show business or this entertainment industry because I've already done it. Yeah, man. I'm already generating revenue. I already have the analytics. I already have the charts, the maps, the graphs, the diagrams. I already got that shit. Man, I've been doing shit, man, since I was a kid, man. When I was in junior high school, going into high school, I was rapping. And just before I graduated from high school, I officiated my entity, man, and I did my own fucking thing, man, on paper. That's when I was still in high school, graduating from high school. Come on, man, I'm almost a half a century old. You don't need to fucking tell me anything about your fucking opinion about how I should be doing it when you ain't fucking doing it. Yeah, that goes for niggas that ain't fucking for real doing it like I'm doing it. I already get royalties for my 3 solo albums that I put out. I already get checks. I already get fucking paid. And I'm getting paid to podcast. And my podcast is expanded. You see, man, because when I say I'm going to do some shit, man, in entertainment, I just do it. I don't procrastinate. I don't wait for niggas. I just do it. You know? Been doing it Been doing it with the team and been doing it by myself solo for a long fucking time, man. For a long ass motherfucking time. Decades, you know? So that makes me what? Oh, a professional? Yeah, it makes me a pro at this fucking point. You know, a lot of motherfuckers, they love to talk shit. They love to be sideline critics and run their motherfucking stupid mouths and shit. They like to say a bunch of shit, a gang of shit, talk hella shit, and keep talking hella shit, because they have spun so many lies that in their minds, they think what they're saying is actually for real. And then you just call them on it, and you're like, yeah, but what you're saying, there's no validity to it. None of it is true. They make up these stories in their own brains, man, in their own minds, and then you're just like, oh yeah, but what you're saying, it's not real, it's false. By the way, it's the complete and absolute total fucking opposite of the fucking stupid goddamn shit that you're talking about. Yeah, wake up, dude. Anyone out there in the world, man, any motherfucking naysayer. Yeah. You know, people love to talk shit, man. They love to talk shit and try to tell you how to fucking run your shit and this and that. Then you're like, oh, okay, yeah, I heard what you said, but not only is what you said false, but where the fuck is your shit? Oh, that's right. You're not doing it, man. You know, you claim you are, but there's no evidence of it in space-time, in the real world, you know. But I know, it makes you feel good, your ego and everything, to just keep talking and telling stories, man, and making it seem like you're doing this shit that you're not. You know what I mean? I get it. You know, you say all this stuff and you want to feel like this really big guy, right? That you're doing all this kind of shit, but you haven't done any of what you're talking about. Zero. Yeah, and then you want to turn around and make it seem like I'm a punk. Yeah, you might want to look in the mirror, motherfucker. You really might want to check yourself in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? You might want to take a look in the motherfucking mirror, man. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all? But you wouldn't know any fucking thing about that, would you? You're so accustomed to just talking shit, gang of shit, day after fucking day after day. And then I'm like, yeah, that's funny. Yeah, these motherfuckers, man, these stupid fucking haters, they thrive on shit talking. Because, you know why? Because that's the dark universe that they've made for themselves. It's a universe where they pretend like they're doing something and they feel really good. And then because they talk shit all day, and then at some point, like every once in a while, they have a brief moment of clarity and they realize that none of the shit they're talking about is for real. None of it. It's not even close to fucking accurate. Yeah. And then they realize how fucking stupid they look. Yeah. It's really interesting, man. So like I said, man, I've been doing everything, you know, that I do, you know, versus niggas who don't do anything in showbiz. Not really, not for real. Mostly not, you know, they talk about this and they talk about that, but they ain't doing any of that shit entertainment wise, man. You know what they actually are doing? They're spending their whole lives running their fucking mouths, talking about all this shit, making it seem like they're doing something that they're not. Yeah. So anyway, man, I launched this podcast and it keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger and expanding to more and more and more networks. And it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And then you got niggas, man, they've never really had a podcast, you know. Yeah, but they want to tell you all kinds of shit about, man, you know, and talk down on you and all this kind of shit. It's really interesting, man. Motherfuckers with their big ass egos and shit. I'm a humble dude. Yeah. Some people, man, they just love talking shit, man. They just love fucking talking shit all motherfucking day and all goddamn fucking night. Yeah, because that's their nature.